Welcome to Ball Talk Deep, where we talk deep about ball. It's Andrade and Irwin back at it again. Drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment before we get into it. We post 5+ videos a week, and I'm adding the plus because there's so much coverage going on in the NBA playoffs right now. And this time around, we're going to talk about the finalists that were announced for the 2020-21 NBA awards. Yes, we're a little late on it because we want to talk about the play-in tournament and the initial playoff games first, but now we're going to get into it before they announce the winners for all the awards. So we're just going to give our thoughts on the top 3 finalists for each award that they provide in this article.
Yes, sir. Better late than never.
Facts.
One of the awards that already got announced was the Kia NBA Sixth Man of the Year.
Which was mad cute.
With Jordan Clarkson. We might show you a clip right here. It got handed by his boy,
Joe Ingles, who was the second runner-up to the award, too. So that was pretty cool.
You know what? Low-key, Jordan Clarkson might be, my first addition to my boys' crew.
Oh, you're from... Oh, shit. Oh, and also, fun fact, Jordan Clarkson has become the first Utah Jazz player to ever win the award. Y'all see in this clip right now.
How many Utah Jazz players have won it?
0. 1.
Oh, who's the one?
Man. Yeah. Yo. No, bro.
That's true.
Man, they look like they were about to kiss, man. Look at each other at the eyes.
Like the Mike Tyson meme with the 2 pigeons. Now kiss.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what, guys? This is the first of what it looks like it's going to be a lot of things for the Jazz. First Western Conference appearance.
First championship? Nah. Well, as of this recorded, man, they not even looking good like they might make it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, because their superstar wasn't on the floor. I want to see any team look good when their superstar.
You know what superstar was on the floor, though? Ja Morant.
He's a superstar.
He's part of my boys' crew. He might jump to number 1. What?
Definitely not. Not yet, at least.
Not yet, at least, yeah. Luka's he's too good, bro.
Yeah,
he's fucking too. He won game 1 too.
Yeah, for real, man. They're up to a good start, man.
Yeah, round 1's looking like the round of upsets, honestly, which is crazy. In terms of at least the lower seeds.
Well, except
possibly. But at least they're taking some of the early games.
Except one in South Beach are looking like complete ass at this moment. But
that's true. And the Lakers lost that game 1, but no biggie about that because LeBron is infamous for losing game 1s because he kind of used it to observe. And then he comes in with his observations following after that.
Exactly, man. But let's hop onto it, man. The first award over here, we got the
MVP, bro.
MVP, man.
The MVP. My bad, guys. Oh, just so you guys know, the 3 finalists for each award are based on voting results from a global panel of sports writers and broadcasters. So no players are involved. None of that good stuff. What's low-key, maybe they should get some type of... I don't know. I'm just saying because they do play the game. They are familiar with the game in the year. Yep. But I don't know if maybe there's some bias. That's why they haven't done that. But whatever.
But there's bias in the reporters as well, man.
Exactly. So let's start off with the most prestigious regular season award, and that is NBA Most Valuable Player. And the MVP finalists are Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors, Joel Embiid from the Philadelphia 76ers, and Nikola Jokic from the Denver Nuggets.
Man, I like those the way how you said those names, man.
You feel me?
Good, man, pretty clean.
I'll be an announcer someday. What?
I know, maybe what?
Maybe do some movie trailers too and shit.
Hey, what? Coming to a theater near you. But okay, there's a pretty good list from we saw over here. What do you think?
Definitely, I will say this was our top 3 list after Harden and LeBron kind of fell off the list. More LeBron, but remember when we did that Harden Jokic video?
Got some cards over here.
But yeah, Curry deserves it for having that amazing individual performance season. Unfortunately, obviously the Warriors didn't make it into the playoffs, but whatever. He popped off during the season. Embiid, I would have leaned on Embiid as my vote if he had played a little more games, because we did that video here, but he was closer to 50-40-90 club, breaking barriers with that big man position. And then lastly we got Jokic, who was also close to the 50-40-90 club, and for me would get my vote because he led the Denver Nuggets, obviously not a top 2 or even a top 3 seed, but still in the top 4 in the Western Conference Finals. So let's keep that in mind. If you put both conferences together, it's a little higher.
Yeah.
And he is the reason he led this team, because let's forget Jamal stepped off. MPJ's been holding the ground up for there.
So Curry's your pick?
No, I said Jokic.
Oh,
bro.
Jokic. Okay.
This man don't listen to me, bro.
I know. I don't listen, man. I
Spends too much time with me. He's already learned to tune me out.
Yeah. We got to that part of the relationship. Next episode, BTD relationship advice over here. I'm gonna see a therapist over here.
I got you guys.
Okay, so you got Jokic.
Who's your vote?
Look, man. Well, you make a very good point. What comes with
It's not Jokic for you?
It's not. Like when it comes to like the injuries that he said with the game time missed with Embiid,
Joel? Yeah.
and the fact that the Nuggets they're not a top 2 seed.
Are you about to say Curry?
I am actually. It was at
What?
At the end of the day, guys, you got to take in consideration what's the name of the award? Most valuable player, not most valuable team. Most valuable player
Of the NBA.
of the
And for their team too, but like of the NBA
Bro,
too.
Look, you take out.
Actually, out of those three, he is the most valuable
You
player of the
take
NBA.
out-
I'm not gonna lie,
You
but
take out Stephen Curry, you go from a fringe playoff team in the Western Conference to a
Mm-hmm.
dumpster fire of a team. Not a franchise. They're a good franchise.
that's true. They wouldn't have been in the
Dumpster
playoff
fire.
run at all.
They would have been.
I agree.
Without Stephen Curry, they would have been in discussion.
Not
to
even
have
in the play-in tournament.
Not even that. Arguably the worst record in the NBA. Without Stephen
Damn,
Curry.
like that?
Like that. So that's the definition. Like, you know, when it comes to that, you know, with the most valuable player in the NBA for sure.
Okay, interesting. I was just heads up, guys. Erwin and I did not discuss our personal picks because we just wanted to get it on camera, and obviously you guys saw my reaction. I'm very surprised. I did not expect you to say Curry.
Hey, man,
I think he's the. I want to say least deserving, but okay, if you take into account what the game time missed, maybe over Embiid, but not Embiid. He's the reason that even though he missed a decent amount of games, is the reason Philadelphia got such a top-seeded ranking.
Yeah, he's a big
are
portion
in the discussion for
Look,
championship contender.
He's a
but
big portion of it. If Embiid goes down,
9th seed is too low, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, like I said, guys, in my definition, at least most valuable player, the award, not most valuable team. If it's most valuable team, man, I'm gonna give it to Embiid.
Okay.
Because they're the number 1 seed in the East. He's a big factor of it. But
See, when I count everything into account, like all the balance of factors of everything we like discussed for what an MVP is in our definition, or at least in mine, but overall, that's why I got Jokic because yeah. All right,
cool. Let's move on, man.
This is gonna be fun.
We got Rookie of the Year. We definitely got one of Andrade's boys over here.
Hell yeah.
Try and guess who it is.
So for NBA Rookie of the Year, the finalists are LaMelo Ball for the Charlotte Hornets, Anthony Edwards for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and Tyrese Halliburton for the Sacramento Kings.
I mean, come on, man. I think this is like probably the easiest one of all.
What?
This list,
You're
man.
crazy. Nah, I wouldn't say that.
One of the easiest ones.
Nah, you're tripping.
No disrespect. Tyrese Halliburton having a very good rookie
Yo,
year.
watch out for him. He might join my boys' crew in like
every-
a year or two, I'm saying.
Man, everybody.
He's so wet.
Man. He was a good pick for the Sacramento Kings.
Oh, underrated as fuck.
Underrated
Steal, bro.
as fuck.
Steal.
Yeah, definitely a steal. Anthony Edwards, we could definitely saw.
Yo, he's a beast. He's a physical
He could
beast.
definitely score. Man, that guy's a scoring machine.
He's like a mini Zion. If Zion wasn't in the NBA right now, like if he wasn't an existing thing, he would have been like this gen's Zion right now, like being talked about.
Nah,
'Cause
there's no.
he's got hops, he's got power in his dunks and his drives. You know what I mean?
He's just not as fat. What? When it comes to that,
Yo, Zion, man.
I feel. But last but certainly not least, we got LaMelo Ball.
That's my pick,
was
easily.
Was a little bit disappointing. Not gonna lie, in the play-in tournament when they got smoked by the Pacers, or whatever's left from the Pacers.
I didn't have high expectations, but I did have hope that like maybe he just kind of shows up. Obviously, it didn't happen, but like, yeah. And I think he deserves to win it, even with the time he missed, because he came back and he is a good factor of why the Charlotte Hornets were able to make it into the play-in tournament. Because without him, I don't even think that. Obviously, he's not the main reason because the vets showed up.
LaMelo was a significant factor of what brought the buzz back to Buzz City. If that makes any sense.
Oh no! In that sense, I think he's the main reason, like the biggest reason. In terms of the making it like ranking so high, I still give it to Hayward and Rozier and shit. But yeah, in terms of bringing the buzz back, because if there was no LaMelo and it was just Gordon Hayward, like he went there over the summer, and then even with Terry Rhodes, like they still wouldn't get that buzz. But LaMelo is definitely the reason for that buzz.
Well, all right, man. Let's move on.
So your pick is LaMelo?
Yeah, of course, LaMelo.
Okay. Damn. Yeah, I'm sorry, Anthony Edwards fans, but LaMelo's just special, and he deserves it. He was running away with it before the injury, and then he still was able to come back from the injury.
The good thing about it, man, is
he didn't miss too much time.
The good thing about it is it's an award, man. And Anthony Edwards, he definitely is not a bust. He has a lot of time to, prove these naysayers wrong, including us. So let's move on. How about NBA Defensive Player of the Year?
All right, for the NBA Defensive Player of the Year, we got Rudy Gobert for Utah Jazz, Draymond Green for Golden State Warriors, and Ben Simmons for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Look, I agree with this list for the most part, man, but how the fuck do you leave Bam Adebayo out of this list, man? You get Draymond Green out of that list right now, man. That guy, look, he's still pretty good, whatnot, but no, man.
Draymond's an underrated defender, I'm not going to lie. Like, nowadays, he doesn't, as an individual, he's not as a big of a stopper as he used to be a couple years ago. Keep in mind he's a little older, but he still provides a shit ton of defense for the Warriors in terms of like how he guides everyone on the floor. He has a great ball IQ and arguably probably the highest ball IQ out of these three. And like I've seen enough clips already to see like he will tell, especially since there are so many young players on the Warriors this year that move this, turn like that, switch here, da-da-da, as he was also individually defending his player. You know what I mean? No, that's a big factor.
Yeah, you can't sleep on that, but he's not the same as he used to be. He's not prime Draymond. Like,
that's what I started. Yeah,
I think Bam definitely should have been on this.
He should have been. Who do you got as the winner, though?
I got, look, this is a tough list. Ben Simmons, the man can't shoot, but the man can definitely lock your ass down.
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert. I'm going to go with Rudy Gobert, man.
I'm going to go with Rudy.
You see Rudy on that paint, bro, you're not going to dare to drive it, man, because you're going to get your ass swatted.
Yes.
When it comes to that, man. So.
And Gobert is a big reason, if not the biggest reason, on why the Jazz had such a high defensive rating and are also well high seeded because defense also gets you W's.
Yes,
and he is the anchor of the Jazz's defense. Absolutely. And they had the best record in the league, so.
Yeah, man.
That's what that would be his third defensive player, or third.
Yeah, he's got a couple already.
He's he's already I think locked because bro, if you win any award more than 2 or 3 times, like okay, this would be his third if he wins it. Mm-hmm. That's a guaranteed lock in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go to the next list over here. NBA Most Improved Player.
All right, for NBA Most Improved Player, we got Jeremy Grant from Detroit Pistons, Michael Porter Jr. for the Denver Nuggets, and Julius Randle for New York Knicks. My bad, New York.
Man. Oh, this is probably the toughest one.
This is easy for me. Really?
Nah, this is pretty tough.
I'm going to have to go with Julius Randle, man. Because while Porter Jr. has a high ceiling and probably a higher ceiling out of anyone in this list, and Grant plays for the Detroit Pistons, I'm sorry, that doesn't help your
profile.
Yeah, for this, Randle had literally went from like a nobody, and by nobody I mean like not many people knew who he was, especially mainstream audience, to like boom, center stage, spotlight, was one of the biggest players talked about for the 2020-21 seasons. And he did it on the New York Knicks, which is one of the most highly profile NBA teams, especially when they were winning. And on top of that, is the reason that the New York Knicks made it into the playoffs after, I forget, like 7-year drought, I think it was. So he deserves Most Improved Player. There's no question. I can't believe he says hard one. There's no question that it's Julius Randle. And when you look back on the season, are you going to remember Jeremy Grant or Michael Porter Jr. for this season? No, you're going to remember Julius Randle and the New York Knicks. That's one of the main stories and narratives when it comes to the season when you look back.
I mean, if you're a casual, you
bro, just in general, what?
Look, man, Jeremy Grant went from like a pretty much unknown role player in Denver to pretty much a borderline star. Yes, playing in Detroit doesn't help at all, but it is what it is.
And Julius Randle rose to a star. Man was an NBA All-Star game.
He did, man. But look, unlike Jeremy Grant, Randle, ever since he got into the league, he was a highly regarded prospect. He was drafted number 7. Playing the Lakers, and he got to the Pelicans. Like, I feel you, man. But he's been like a good player, underrated, but a good player. But
and now he's a great player that is not underrated.
He's a star.
That's Most Improved, bro?
In New York.
Imagine, you know how hard it is to be a star in the NBA?
It's not as easy as you think it is. The Most Improved Player, but my choice is still going to be Julius Randle. but
okay. So I thought you were just providing a argument for Grant.
Yeah, when it comes to that.
Well, not a fun fact, but side note, I think Michael Porter Jr. over here could be a future winner of the award. Though. I'm gonna say that maybe next year when he goes from. Because right now he isn't like Julius's Randle chair of like most people don't know who he is. Like you said, like casuals and stuff. Mm-hmm. And who knows how long Murray stays out, even past next year's regular season. And if he rises into the prime third star, especially when Murray comes back, or when Murray's still off, if he misses like, I don't know, a month or two in the beginning of the season, and he just rises to that concrete Robin next to Jokic. Got you.
All right, guys, and we're moving to the last one over here. NBA Coach of the Year.
Wait. Let's talk about NBA six men, bro. We had Jordan Clarkson for the Utah Jazz, Joe Ingles for the Utah Jazz, and Derrick Rose for the New York Knicks. And, of course, Clarkson won it. But is there anyone you want to touch upon? I love the fact that Derrick Rose got a nomination. And he deserves it. And he was able to do it with Tom Thibodeau, which is like, I don't know, it's just a beautiful story to think about from their Bulls history. I like the fact that these two Utah Jazz players were able to share these finalist nominations. And yeah, I agree Clarkson deserves it, which was great for here's a photo of how all the four of the young core from the Lakers have been proving themselves, like Julius Randle, Clarkson, etc. And now Clarkson getting that award, and Julius, I'm assuming, will win Sixth Man of the Year of the award. Shit, might have LeBron thinking like, should I have traded away all those players?
Nah, he's fine, man. I'll take Anthony.
I know he did win the championship.
I'll take Anthony Davis any day of the week. Not too much to add, man. I'm just happy the fact that, while most people would have given up after everything that Derrick Rose has gone through, but the fact that this guy has persevered, and he's still hanging on in the NBA and having these couple of good years, where obviously he's not the same superstar he's been before, but he's a reliable contributor on good teams. I just love seeing that, man, out of Derrick Rose. And just the fact, like we were saying earlier in this video, Joe Ingles, Jordan Clarkson almost kissed, had this good moment.
I love Rose's smile in this photo, man. Yeah, I love to see him happy, man.
Yeah, for real, man. All right, this time around, last but certainly not least, the NBA Coach of the Year finalists.
NBA Coach of the Year finalists, we got Quinn Snyder for the Utah Jazz, Tom Thibodeau for the New York Knicks, and Monty Williams for the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to go with Tom Thibodeau for the New York Knicks. Boom. Being straight up with you. Although, this is one of the easiest agreements for finalists, in my opinion, that these three coaches deserve to be finalists. Because Utah Jazz went from mid-tier ranking team and even like underrated by most people to top undisputed number one. Phoenix Suns basically did the same thing, and if the Utah Jazz didn't have this year, Phoenix Suns would have been the number one seeded team in the West. And then Thibodeau is the reason that he is the reason the Knicks were able to go from nothing to surprising everybody.
Yeah, look, man. Like you said, man, these two teams doesn't take anything away from Coach Snyder and Coach Williams, but both of these teams have some sort of playoff aspirations in the beginning of the year. While the New York Knicks, if you look at a card over here that we were talking about, they were on the bottom 5 of the NBA profiles in the preview when it came to that.
Are we having an agreement of the choice for this?
Yeah, man. It's Tom Thibodeau, man. Look, they went from... I still think the New York Knicks is a dumpster fire of a franchise, but...
Of an organization.
All right? When it comes to that...
I think Thibodeau, though...
It seems like
he instilled that culture so far. In the first year, too, which is incredible. To do in the first year, it's
good. And you know what? I'm glad that this is happening for Coach Tibbs because
he deserved it.
In the Bulls, he had a bad ending. The Timberwolves, very bad ending. It looks like he learned a couple things,
yes.
from his 2
times. And I'm glad because I'm not gonna lie. For me, he started rubbing me the wrong way, especially in the Timberwolves, and I felt like he was kind of starting to fall into the Mike D'Antoni one-dimensional coaching pit for me. But after this year, if he continues, to me it shows that he was able to adapt. He's open to change, and it goes to show. And the fact that for me is if you can instill a winning culture into a dumpster fire franchise, that says, because that is not easy. That's more than just X's and O's as a coach. That's human behavioral management, all that involved. And bro, props to Thibodeau, man.
Of course, man. Props to it, guys.
He deserves to. If he doesn't win it, I'm going on a protest.
Guys, Here's the GoFundMe for Andrade's.
To fly to New York, join all the New York Knicks fans outside.
Yeah, just wear your mask. They're still having that.
Definitely.
All that good stuff. But guys, let us know in the comments what you guys think. You guys agree with any of our choices?
Period.
With the finalists, do you think they're leaving somebody out? Just like I thought about Bam Adebayo. Let us know what you guys.
Who do you think deserves to win it out of all of these?
Yeah, exactly. Either way, man, we'll appreciate all the love and the hate. You guys already know. Catch us on Twitter, TikTok, and streaming services like Apple and Spotify.
For podcasts.
Not stream, for podcasts. We'll catch you guys soon. For now,
Take care.